Why no one makes money in food delivery. As cities worldwide went into lockdown during COVID, most food businesses had to shut their doors and their revenues nosedived for a few tough weeks. In an attempt to make ends meet, restaurant owners worked with food aggregators to power the on-demand food economy. You'd think this helped them. You would be wrong. Let me explain. Since its inception, the food economy hasn't been good to any of its stakeholders. Restaurants complain of the astronomically high commission rates, up to 30 to 35%, paid to food aggregators, feeling stuck with no clear alternatives. The customers often complain of inconsistent quality and delays. And the food aggregators and their investors continue to lose money, and none have turned a penny since inception. Unprofitable growth at all cost was acceptable in the past, but investors have grown impatient, asking their ventures for a clear path forwards towards profitability. The drivers, or riders, complained of low pay and limited social protection, mostly in the US, where riders are considered as contractors and in many cases get paid less than the minimum wage. These challenges have led to rising tensions between the stakeholders. If you're interested in the future of the food industry, check out our free trend reports on ghost kitchens, experiential hospitality and more. Link is in the bio. Unit economics in food delivery. All this begs the question, if everyone feels ripped off and food aggregators are not able to turn a profit either, where is all the money going? This example transaction from DoorDash will give us the breakdown of the total pie. The restaurant or merchant gets approximately 60% of the total $32.90. The persons who made the delivery gets around 25% and the food aggregator gets 15%. DoorDash doesn't give us an insight into how to calculate the Dasher's pay, besides that it's based on a proprietary algorithm and that 100% of any tip is passed on to the Dasher. Most platforms like Uber, Deliveroo and DoorDash take rate of 15 to 25% for their service platforms. However, the business model is inherently flawed. First are the customers. DoorDash needs customer growth in order to justify and keep increasing its valuation, which allows it to retain and attract investors and software engineers. No customers, no company. Second are the restaurants. Having a wide range of desirable food options is critical to both maintaining its customer base and growing it. It's worth noting that the recent influx of ghost kitchens, delivery-only restaurants, has increased the supply of food options and likely reduced the bargaining power of traditional restaurants. Next, DoorDash pays itself. It needs a lot of money to pay software engineers to maintain and improve its platform, pay Amazon for cloud infrastructure, and pay the marketing expenses needed to attract new customers and stave off competitors. Last on that list are the delivery drivers. They will never say this publicly, but it seems that service platforms like Uber and DoorDash view their delivery folks as both a cost to be minimized and as commodities that can easily be replaced. Customers, and to a lesser extent restaurants, are valued because of their impact on customer lifetime value and the feedback loop that drives the food platform's business. More customers attract more restaurants, which attracts even more customers, and so on. Another huge flaw is that aggregators like DoorDash or Deliveroo can't really raise prices on customers on restaurants as they are already quite high, and it risks pushing them into the hands of the competition. Instead, DoorDash aims to drive revenue and margin growth by pushing down expenses, of which the delivery drivers are a major component. Cheaper Dashers means cheaper food, more users and orders per user. The concept of the flawed flywheel. Again, turning to a DoorDash example, ironically, DoorDash does include delivery drivers on its flywheel, but its flywheel is not a true flywheel. In a true flywheel, all the components benefit when the number of any individual components increases. More of everything else benefits consumers because it means more restaurants to choose from in terms of price and cuisine, and both faster and cheaper fulfillment due to there being more delivery drivers. For merchants, more customers and dashers leads directly to more business. What about for the delivery drivers? More consumers and restaurants might lead to more work opportunities, but it could also very likely lead to lower pay on a per-job basis, especially if DoorDash is primarily committed to meeting some minimum per hour wage. The real reason DoorDash wants more drivers, besides faster fulfillment, is to push down dasher pay. Dasher pay is primarily variable, as they are paid per job as opposed to earning a salary. Thus, if the number of dashers serving an area grows faster than the number of transactions, supply and demand dictates that dasher pay should decline. This is great for customers, restaurants, and DoorDash's revenues and margins, but not good at all for dashers. DoorDash, like Uber, seems to be a business with inherently flawed economics. Both companies, and others like them, are incentivized to maximize shareholder value by exploiting and driving down the pay and benefits of the folks who do all the actual work. If you're interested in the future of the food industry, check out our free trends report on ghost kitchens, experiential, hospitality, and more. Link is in the bio.